Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our live.
Hello, everyone.
I'm here. I'm Gloria from Gemar, and this is Gergo.
From Hungary and from the Gemar as well.
So we're here to teach you a little bit about Gemar Creator this evening. Gemar Creator is an innovative digital balloon design tool, a web app that is simple, intuitive, and user-friendly that will enable you to create realistic balloon displays at the touch of a click. This is not just a balloon design tool, this is an actual marketing tool. With over 200 balloons pre-installed and different accessories, you have intuitive and user-friendly digital resources that will help you create wonderful balloon displays. So create your own design using the canvas, or you can use any of the templates that are pre-installed and featured in the web app. So never before has balloon design been so easy. We're here to make sure to get you to rewrite the rules of balloon design with us. So join us for the live as Gergo. What are you going to be showing us this evening?
I think today's topic going to be about wedding with some tropical leaves, some greenery, sane, elegant, organic, and the regular, like the basic balloon decoration elements.
So it's interesting because not only that you will be able to create your balloon display, but you'll also be able to import an image so that you can actually create a rendering for your customer. So you'll be able to sell the balloon display, and you'll also be able to download the material list of your balloon display. So
Exactly.
everything at the touch of a click. Thank you for joining, and let's see what Gergo will show us this evening.
Okay. And please, Gloria, stay with me because just ask questions.
Yes.
We are watching the chat like in live. So you have any questions? Do you have any questions, or just want to say hi, or just have fun or something? Please write us just a few words, just to know that you are here.
If you saw our live last night, I asked Gergo a few tricky questions. So it's important because by asking the questions, we also came across some useful hacks to the program. So
exactly, like inserting PNGs. I'm gonna do that today as well. Okay, so let's get started. Let's switch to the Gemar Creator. As you can see, we do have the front page of my account. We did last time this. It's a fun purple, bluish, under the sea theme decoration, but we're gonna do something different today. So let's just go create a new project at the left side of the screen. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create two columns from a preset. You can see here at the column preset at the second row. Let's just click on that. I really want to include one big balloon at the top. So let's just not go with 200 centimeters because I think it's a bit too much. So let's just stick with 1.7 meter, which is 170 centimeters. I'm going, yes?
That's your height. That's why you always pick
with that. I'm so small. Okay, let's just go with the standard. I'm going to use white because, as I said, I want to do a greenery decoration, so I want to stick with white, a little bit of olive green, and maybe a little bit touch of shiny gold, just a little bit. Okay, so let's just go with the white. Create the project, and as you can see, we do have the two columns, the front view and the back view at the top of the screen, and we do have the step-by-step instructions here. I think right now I'm going to leave this as it was right there. Let's just go to natural, not blush, but olive green. What do you think about this? I think white and olive green mix so well. So I'm just going to select all these balloons.
If I may say, I would love to see latte.
Latte as well, yes.
Instead of the white.
Instead of white, we can do that in just one click. Let's just select this first with olive, so we have the nice spiral with olive. But what happens if I just want to select all the white and you don't want to click one by one? So let's just go with the right click and select similar elements, and boom, all the whites are selected. Exactly.
Wow.
So you said latte.
Latte.
Boom, it's here. So you have latte.
Perfect.
Okay?
And the first step to make the spiral, you followed, you ticked each balloon in clockwise direction, correct?
Yes.
To get the spiral effect.
No, it's right now it's anti-clockwise because it go like this.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we do have 2 balloon columns, but we want to add backgrounds, more balloons, some detail. So we need to leave the preset, which means we unlock the preset. And as you can see on the screen, it's written here, we will lose the connection, the back and the side view, or the back and the front view, and with all the step-by-step balloons.
Hold on, before you do that, do we want to download the element list?
We can do, but it won't be needed right now because
Okay.
we're gonna do some trickery here.
Okay, so let's see.
Let's see. Yes, actually, if you want to insert this as a PNG, you can download the element list right now. So you have 2 element lists, but you have a transparent PNG you can include anywhere. But right now we're gonna keep this as a balloon column in the Gemar Creator, and we're going to add some more organic style balloon decoration here.
All right.
But otherwise, yeah,
I trust you.
that was the that will be the way. Okay, so let's just select these because we don't need any of those. Okay, but what we do have here is 1 column, and we do have 1 column here as well. So we do have 2 beautifully designed balloon column here, and we can even group this like 1 balloon and 1 balloon here. And as you can see at the layers, right now all the balloons are disappeared, but not really disappeared, it's just merged into these 2 groups, so we can have like 2 balloon columns merged into 1. Okay, but what happens if you want to add like a printed balloons, for example, which is a pretty fair need? So let's just add an image, because you can always download any of these printed balloons and just put it into the Gemar Creator and put it into your canvas. Let's just send it back so the nozzle, the neck of the balloon will be hidden. So we do have, let's just duplicate it, 2 beautifully printed balloons. But there's one interesting thing about this, because it's just a picture, it won't be counted at the end. Just keep in mind that these 2 won't be in the final element list because these are counted as pictures, but it still looks good. You can still send it to your customer. Yes, Gloria?
Yeah, so basically in the design part, when you're using the design tools, every time you're using the design tools, you'll always get the element list. When you're importing additional elements as a PNG, those won't be in the element list, of course, because
Exactly.
they're part of your own personal
Exactly.
import.
Exactly, because I'm going to show you a few more like green leaves or other elements, which is exactly the same PNG. I'm just gonna regroup these so I have the basic columns. And there's one thing we forget to add, because if you want to do a balloon column, you need a stand, like a base or some wire, or at least something to hold
Everything together.
everything together. So let's just go to the accessories, frames.
And this is quite interesting. You see, if you look at the left-hand side of the display, all the different types of accessories that are already pre-installed into the web app. You have you even have the IKEA lamp.
Yes,
Which is
we can
very.
all agree on that.
Yeah, we all agree on that. The balloon world agrees on that 100%. So you have all the accessories, not only the stands, the poles, but you also have different types of styles of arches and Gemar accessories that are available directly inside the app, according even strings, tassels, tables, chairs, and you name it. So it's really interesting to see.
Actually, we're going to insert the tables and even a wedding cake at the end, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, okay.
So, you can see at the left side, we have the IKEA note lamp 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What these number means, because as you may know because you're a balloon artist, the IKEA lamp comes with a little, you know, separated metal elements, and you can just screw them together. So these numbers means how many of these metal elements has in it. So as you can see, the IKEA knot lamp 1 is just a small one. The 2 elements, 3, 4, and 5. So we're gonna go with the 5 because that's the tallest one we have, and put it right inside at the center of this balloon column. But we need 2, so we can duplicate this. It's not really necessary, but for example, if you have an employee and you just want to send someone, okay, you can build this. When you export the element list, this IKEA lamp will be listed into the list with 5 metal parts, like IKEA lamp with 5 metal parts. Yeah. And it's easier for your employees or for you, you know, just to check everything before you pack your van or pack your car. So it's just to be sure that you include everything. We're going to send it back so it won't be visible because it's hidden. You can see just the very base of this IKEA lamp. So we do have a stand here. Okay, it's good. IKEA lamp. Of course, we can still ungroup and regroup everything. So we have this beautiful 2 columns. Let's just add a background. Okay, we just added a background.
Oh, is this your house?
I once. Not yet.
Not yet. Coming soon.
Okay, so as you can see, this picture is way more bigger than our canvas. What can we do? As you can see at the format side of the screen with the style here, you can have the width and the height of this picture. Okay, so let's just reset it. Like 400, it's too small. So let's just go with 7. It's almost good, but you can still resize it just how you want. And then you can see it's covering everything. So let's just send it back. So we do have...
Voila, magic trick.
Yes, exactly. So we have these 2 columns, but right now we move only the pictures, so we can't select any of these balloons and move freely around. So let's just go to the layers, find the background and lock it with this little padlock. So right now we can't move the background and we can still work on it as a canvas. Okay, cool. So what happens if we still want, for example, white instead of latte? Because it happens, customers sometimes change their minds. So what they say, let's see. So let's just go double click on any of these
elements,
grouped elements. So you select just one, just like this. Let me just ungroup it, maybe it's going to be easier. So let's just select the similar elements just like we did with the right click. And right now every latte balloons
has been selected.
So we can go back to the standard
white.
Then the standard white, the first option.
Okay.
You can still do this. Here I'm just showing this to you just to show you that is it so simple. If your customer wants to change your mind, it's just 4 clicks or 6 maximum. But you can still select everything and move freely around. Okay, so let's just put these aside. Okay, so what happens if you want to add like custom-made elements? Let's just add a table first because we're gonna create a beautifully designed organic style arch just above the cake with some base. Let's close the frames. Extras, we do have the tables here.
You know, this can be just as fun as actually blowing up the balloons themselves.
Actually, yes. Because you can play with the tables, chairs, with everything.
The only risk is that if you get too carried away, you could end up with thousands of balloons to inflate.
Exactly. Just remember, sometimes the less is more when you're designing balloons. Yes.
And especially time-wise.
Yeah, so let's just go to add image. You can't see my image window, but I just inserted a cake. It's just a transparent PNG. You can shrink it down and put it on the table. Wow. So right now we do have a cake. it's just, you know, easier for your customer to
visualize.
imagine, yes, how it will look like at the end. Okay, we're gonna add some more leaves and greenery stuff later, but right now we just added a cake. Okay, cool. What do we need? We need let's go back to the frames. Let's go to the IKEA first. One more thing, we do have the circle.
Yeah, and we will have the rectangle.
We have the rectangle, we have the circle if you want to create like the backdrop with this. And we have hearts, of course. We have arches, like half arches, not half, but you know, the round one. It's pretty popular right now.
Let's do a rectangle, but it's quite good
Like
for
this?
for the ambient.
We can do this. I just wanted to do a
Yeah.
half arch.
Okay.
Like, not all the way, but half. So maybe we need another IPL lamp. What else? Frames. Okay, let's just go. I'm gonna go with the biggest one. Okay, let's just put it right there. Okay, so as Gloria said yesterday, we are working on a cluster tool when you can
Yes.
import or insert clusters directly, but until right now we do have to insert all the balloons one by one to create the first cluster.
Yes, because I just want to remind everybody that the official launch will be in January 2023. At the moment, we have an ongoing trial period for a group of users. If you want to join the waiting list, please go on to www.gemarcreator.com and you can sign up to be on the waiting list to join one of the first to be able to try the app. And as we are moving along, we are creating the final features of the program, the hacks, and all the things that we come across as we use the program. So everything you're seeing now with these lives is part of our soft launch as we get ready to officially launch Gemar Creator globally.
Exactly. So there's a lot of ways to do organic, and I know I have met so many balloon artists, but I think there was no two identical who did organic at the same way. But that's not a problem, only the result which is important.
I think that there's probably at least 3 to 5 different ways of creating organic today.
At least. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create like a 6 balloon cluster. Actually, I'm going to use 8 just to be more stuffed. So I'm going to create an 8 balloon cluster. I'm going to multiply that like a lot of times, and then I'm going to add big ones, like really giant balloons, and then some small 5-inch round details. So what I did here, I inserted 2 G120, the 13 inches. And then I'm going to inflate G150, the 19-inch standard. I'm going to stick with the white, you can see here. And then the right side of the screen, you can deflate or inflate just to, you know, play with the sizes, because it's gonna be an organic. It's an organic. Okay, we have this. Let's just duplicate this. So we have one bigger one here. Okay, let's just add one more
in the back.
Send it back. Not that back. A little bit forward. So we have that 5 balloons. Let's just add a few more. Let's just go to the 5-inch rounds, for example, standard. We just add standard white. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so we can move this much more precisely. Okay, duplicate this and add this cluster. So we have that 7 balloon. So let's just add one more. And as I said to you, we're going to insert gold, shiny gold as well. We're gonna do it later, just add a few details, but the base is gonna be white. Okay, so as you can see, we have one balloon cluster here. We can select it and move it freely around the picture, and we can multiply it. First, I'm gonna group it, so we have like a group of this. And then at the top sidebar, we have the multiply button. And as you can see, we have 5, 10, and even 50 time multiplying. It's just copy and paste your selected clusters. Yes, so let's just go with 6 maybe. I think this should be enough.
Amazing.
Okay, just going.
You see just how much time you're saving by
inserting one. And okay, as you can see, all of these are identical. It almost looks like as a pattern, and this is what you want to avoid when you're doing
organic.
Yeah, that's why we do have the flip and the rotate options at the format screen, because you can rotate anyway,
and
you
give
can flip horizontally or vertically
and give movement to your organic.
Exactly. And as you can see, it's not like a pattern.
And this is your cluster, but we know for sure that there are the organic techniques out there. There's certain ways of making clusters in different ways. So we'll get to that probably in one of the next lives as we perfection the organic tool.
Exactly. So this is normally how I do organic, but there's a lot of ways to do organic. So let's just insert like one white, or maybe let's just insert 2. And you can rotate at the right side of the screen.
What size have you chosen for this?
It's a 100 centimeter.
So it's a big balloon.
It's a big balloon. I'm just going to deflate one. I'm going to almost fully inflate this one. So these are big ones, because I think when you create an organic, it's so important to have all of these balloons like significantly different sizes. So let's just send it back and a little bit forward. So as you can see right now, we do have like a really big one. It really gives us the strong feeling at the bottom of the clusters. Okay, just like this. So we have a little big bubbles at the very beginning of our cluster. So let's just randomize this thing.
Wow.
So we created this organic, which is starting to look really cool, but I think it's just halfway done, because we still need like a top part and bottom part right here. So let's just multiply one of these clusters 6 more times. It's just running off the screen because so much balloons. And don't forget, all of these balloons will be rendered and counted at the very end of our planning session. Okay, so let's just give a little nice wave, just like this. So it's like curving like this, and from this we start to go to left. Okay,
to create a little bit of an arch.
Yeah, just like a movement or something. Back a little bit forward, so we do have back. So we have just one big balloon here. As you can see, it's more like it's getting thinner here, and then it's making its way to big again. So it's like a movement of balloons, with a little playful. Okay, almost done, almost ready. Okay, what we need here, let's just duplicate this. So we have one free cluster here. I'm going to zoom on it because we need to work with this a little bit. Because from this point, from this point, I think it will be much more better to have smaller balloons in the clusters, because when you do organic, I think it's more elegant if it's just, shrinking the balloons. So let's just deflate some of these balloons. Or if, for example, G150 is too big, you can just switch it
to a different
to
size.
smaller size. Exactly. Exactly.
Also because it doesn't make sense to undershrink too much
Exactly,
a bigger
because
balloon.
it's
Although
more
it's
money.
it's more money, but it's also not looking aesthetically correct.
No,
And
exactly.
therefore, even though you can shrink it with the program, always keep in mind the original size that you're working with, so that you can make sure that you're budgeting the right products for the right application, and that you have also the right finish.
Exactly. Because if you just underinflate a 19-inch to death,
Yeah.
it will look ugly at the very end.
You have 5-inch, you have 12-inch,
Yeah.
you have 13-inch, so you have loads of balloons to play with. No need to
Underinflate a big one.
yes.
So let's just... Okay, so as you can see, we switched the size of the balloons. So we have a smaller version of this.
Let's just check the comments.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Do we have some questions here?
No questions so far.
Okay, just saying hi. Really happy about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just multiply this a few times, like just with the 6, because it's what's working. So I just flip vertically, horizontally, do some clusters here.
Is that gonna really stay up like that?
It depends. If you can put a lot of weight
Here
at the very bottom, yes, it will. Just like this. Maybe we don't need those. These are just too much. Let's just zoom in. I'm gonna just duplicate one of these G150 to put just one big balloon.
Yeah, and I would put something here. It's a little bit empty.
Just like here.
Yeah.
Okay. What if we add shining gold? Or
you left that purposely.
yeah, for one good reason, because I do have some
Foliage.
PNG. Yes. What?
Foliage.
Foliage in Italy?
No, in English. Foliage.
Foliage.
Leaves,
I
foliage.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Ah, nice. So you did have a reason for leaving that hole there.
So we can add some greenery stuff here, and I downloaded a lot of these leaves, like PNGs, so we can put that into our sculpture, just wherever we need. And of course, I really want to add a few. Let's just rotate this a little bit.
And bring it to the back.
Yes. And then duplicate it. So it's be more like a fan or something. And send it a little bit backwards. Just like this. Do the same. Send it all the way back, and then move it forward until it's in the right position.
Nice. Wow.
So we do have already inserted a few, of course, at the very end. Okay, I think we got the connection back, and we are live streaming again.
Are we in?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Sorry, we just lost our connection. That's the great thing of the live.
Yes.
Again, we're in Casalvieri, home of Gemar.
Exactly.
And therefore, we're in central Italy, a small little town, and sometimes we lose our internet connection.
Yes. But anyway, I think we are back on track.
Yes.
So we were here with the green leaves. Let's just refresh the page because it lost its connection. And as you can see, at the Gemar Creator, it's saved automatically. So whenever you lose your internet connection, or you just, you know, just close your computer for rushing from your office, it's saved automatically. You don't need to save manually all the time. All the time. Yeah, the Gemar Creator is still thinking.
We're back.
Yeah, let's just open it again. I think it's downloading the elements.
The elements, okay.
Maybe the internet is still a little bit
Slow.
slow. But it should work.
Ah, you have this one's from yesterday.
This one from yesterday. Oh no, it's the same. I really hope it's not, the loss of internet connection is not corrupted the original file. Otherwise, we need to start all over again. Maybe.
But it's here, so you can see it. Probably it might be not all of it, but it could be a bit.
Maybe there's just one problem with the file. Gemar Creator can't read it. Happens during the.
You want to try to reload the app?
Yeah.
Because it last edit 2 minutes ago.
Yes.
So it's there.
Let's just create an empty project and import this project file.
Ah, voila. So we just showed you something else.
Yes, it's still loading. Okay, cool. So what I did here,
So we just showed you in this little technical difficulty, we just showed you another hack. Basically, we couldn't get into the main project that was saved for some reason, probably because it was because of the internet connection. So he just started a new project, a new canvas, and he imported the project from start.
First downloaded the Gemar Creator own file format and then imported into the Gemar Creator.
So it's extremely interesting to see all these different ways of getting around to the same objective.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
It happened due to the internet connection or whatever.
So if you do have technical glitches like this, you know that you can get around it quite easily.
Exactly. So let's just put some more leaves in it. Sending a little bit back just like this. What do you think? Maybe we should add one of these here. Shrinking down. Sending a little bit backwards, just to have a few balloons covering it.
Yeah.
Okay, what? I think I do have some more leaves like this. I'm going to flip it because I want this the top right corner. Right there. Send it a little backwards, so there will be a few balloons covering it. Yeah, maybe just like this.
Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger, just
the leaves.
Yeah.
Yes.
There.
It's more.
Perfect.
Just like that.
Yeah, I think it's quite balanced like this.
Yes.
Now we add a touch of
gold.
Yes.
Exactly. Just one more little detail here. Just one leaves. I'm always picky with the details. At one point, I just need to say, okay, that's it. Yeah, we done it.
The devil is in the details, you know that.
Exactly. I always say that. Okay, so let's just add a few shiny, okay?
It's time to shine.
Exactly. At the bottom, I'm going to add just a bunch of big ones. Just maybe one or two. I will use mostly 5-inch rounds, okay? Duplicate this. Just a few right there, and maybe one. Oops, not that. maybe one right there with a few 5-inch rounds. Okay, let's just close this. We don't need this anymore. Let's go to the 5-inch rounds, 850, shiny. And we do have the gold 5-inch round, but I need to, you know, zoom. No, not zoom to fit. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, so we do have the 5-inch round here. Let's just multiply it like 10 times because we're gonna need a lot of these. Oh, I just hit 5. I wanted to do 10. Never mind. Let's just pull the inflate so it has much more size range. Cool. So yeah, basically I want to do something like this. It's just like that. Okay, I think it looks really cool. Let's just multiply that a few more times so we can add a few 5-inch rounds like randomly to our clusters. Do you have anything?
No, that's fine.
Under inflate, 7 centimeter.
If I were you, I would have created the clusters and then I would have multiplied them.
Yeah, maybe that would be a great idea. Let's just do that, okay? So let's just select this tiny little 3 clusters.
Yeah.
And not just duplicate, but multiply it not so many times, maybe 2 more times, okay? So we have all the needed clusters, but don't forget these are identical. So what I'm going to do here, to group it. I'm going to like flip vertically and horizontally just to be sure that it's more randomized than the original one, so it won't
Look the same.
look the same. Let's just select these. I'm going to group it so I can move and rotate it.
It's incredible the freedom of movement that you have with all these little tools on the side. It's
And
really
just
amazing.
2 clicks, like literally 2 clicks. Exactly. So let's just see the whole picture.
Yeah.
I think it's really good with the gold one. Maybe we can just add one more gold,
Yeah, a little bit more. Just
a little bit more gold with the 19-inch. What if we just put one big gold here? A little bit back. Just like this, just to have more gold at the bottom, like a bigger one. So you mean more gold. So let's just duplicate this and find a perfect place for it.
yeah.
Maybe right there. Send it a little bit backwards. Do they have any questions?
Let me check.
If you watching this live, like after we did it, you are still can ask questions in the comment section below the video. So we're gonna try to answer that question in the next live. So it's totally
That's the whole reason for the live.
exactly.
Okay. Let's check for the comments. Just a second.
No? Check.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm gonna do group one of these columns. We don't need this. I just want to make sure that these are moving really around So we do have a nice little organic styled arch, half an arch. I'm going to add that.
Oh, you're doing the work.
Yeah, I do, because it's a greenery, so it's like a vintage greenery style decoration. So let me just move this a little bit front. So as I said, you can insert any of these like custom-made elements into your sculpture. I shrunk it on purpose because
To give you the perspective.
Exactly, because this is
Behind.
far behind. Exactly. Just to be more. I don't know, maybe don't need this. So we have just two. Okay, it started to be really, really complex. What do you think, Gloria?
I think let's see the element list.
Let's see the element list. Okay. So let's go to project. First of all, let's just export project as a PNG, because when you download it, you're gonna have the exported
Wow.
PNG. I'm going to show you immediately. Just need to switch the screen with the export. It's not that well. It's my desktop here. So as you can see, we have this beautiful element, this picture with the whole sculpture.
Decoration.
And as you can see right now, the right side of the picture is cropped. You see?
Yes.
The Mr. and Mrs. picture, the big balloon is cropped for one reason, and it's really good.
It happened.
It happens for one reason, because we didn't pay attention the size of the canvas. Because let's just show you. Go to the Gemar Creator. The size of the canvas, the width of the canvas is not wide enough, because this
It's outside of the
is
canvas.
outside of the canvas. Exactly.
So it's the picture that it has covered the size of the canvas. So
Exactly. So we need to add, as you can see the white there. So right now the canvas is much more wider
than the
actual picture. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you have to always fix your canvas to make sure that it's bigger than the picture.
Exactly. So let's try right now. Export as a PNG.
But it's good that we see all these little issues and hacks.
Exactly. So right now we will see the whole picture. So you can see everything. Is it set to 3? No, it's set to 4. Okay.
Okay.
So we have the Gemar Creator. Then we have. No, we won't see it. No. Not the desktop. Okay, we see it here. As you can see right there, we see the whole picture. It's not cropped because we fixed the size of the canvas. So you can send this to your customers, or if you want, you can before you send it to your customer, you can still insert your own like a watermark or whatever you want to put over your
design,
just to be sure that it won't be stolen. Okay, so let's just export the element list as well. Okay, here on the element list, of course,
a safety margin.
Like always, we can set the safety margin 10%. Very good.
Yeah.
It's usually the safety margin less than 10% when I work, but
you work with what, 5%?
I don't know. I always have a lot of balloons with me, like 100 bags, but I use less than 10% because of the failure of the balloons. Okay, so let's just show you the element list, okay? Because we want to make sure that you understand every
detail,
okay? And as you can see here, it's named empty project because we still need to find a name to our project. That's why it's an empty project, because
You didn't
still
name it.
renamed it, yes, because it's still empty, but we're gonna rename it like a wedding, Gemar wedding or something. As you can see, with the white table, with IKEA not lamp 5, which is indicates you need 5 extender metal piece. We used 3 IKEA lamp, and it's added +1 with the 10% safety margin. Of course, you don't have to.
You don't need that. The safety margin is
Of
for the
course not,
balloons.
because, for example, the white table, you just add 1 because of the safety margin, but normally the tables won't
One.
fail. But you can see all the balloons here. As you can see at the very first line, we used the G40, you know, the 100 centimeters to 1 meter.
We used 3 of those.
We used 3 of those. And when you just use 3 of those and rely these on trees, it's usually a good thing to have just 1 just in case. So here are all the element list, and of course it's indicated that we use pictures in the
Background.
but it's not really necessary. This is what we inserted, all the pictures. Okay, so you can see we used 200 and almost 50 balloons in this decoration, and the safety margin with the 10% is
32 pieces.
32 pieces, yes. So in total it's almost 300, but make sure that the safety margin is counted with also with the background, with the IKEA lamp, with everything. That's why it's more than 10%. So we do have all these element list, and you can check every. Just go back to the Gemar Creator. So you can check everything from your list, just to be sure that you packed everything. But you can still send it to your customer. Even you can add, for example, text if you want. You can add. Oops.
Gergo's balloons.
Exactly. Just like that.
Voila.
You can write prices on it, like you can just leave a note to your customers that these are custom colors, and put it, for example, right there.
Yeah, if you're maybe for example, if you're using a specific combination or.
Exactly. And you can even insert, for example, arrows to point something, to, you know, indicate anything.
Amazing. Truly amazing.
So you can label your. Go back to Gary.
When we were developing this project, I never thought it would be as beautiful as it is. It's beyond imagination.
It's so
really
good to see in real life. It's
yes,
working, right?
Yes. This has been the most important question that we've been asked time and time again. Every time we've hosted a class, every time we've had a Gemar day, the first thing is, how can I design my project? How can I design my project? And we were always there trying to explain how to use different applications, how to use different programs, pasting things together. And it was just all so complicated. Here you have everything in one place at the touch of a click. Really, balloon design made easy.
And look, it's even beautiful in the picture. I know I did this, I see it as beautiful, of course. But, you know, just to see it like from an outside perspective, it's a pretty valid decoration. I would normally sell this like every weekend, because I normally do like stuff like this. We do have the really organic, we do have the basic simple decorations. We have 2 Mr. and Mrs. balloons, so it got everything. It's beautiful.
Definitely, yes. So we can call it an evening. It's time for dinner. It's 7 p.m. in Italy, so we're gonna go have a nice little meal. And before we let you go, we'll say goodbye.
Yes, we say goodbye.
So Gergo was with us for 2 days. So we did 2 lives. We did one yesterday, one today. You can join him again every Monday.
Exactly.
And maybe, I don't know, we'll be doing something in tandem. It works well together.
Exactly.
Because I asked the right questions.
Always the right ones.
So we thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon. And again, this is Gemar Creator is in the final stage of its making. The official launch will be in January 2023. So stay tuned as we continue to bring you the features and more information about the web app.
Exactly, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, of course, on any platforms where we can be found. And one thing, if you have any questions, like for example, if you want to see something me to design in Gemar Creator, let's be one of your next week work, okay? I will be happily design this for you on YouTube, okay? So please take advantage on us, because we are here on every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. European time to work with you, work with Gemar Creator.
Be ready to rewrite the rules of balloon design with us.